Welcome everyone, I'm Kingly Valence, and thanks for watching this Spore speedrun challenge. This is Tribal Stage, destroying every other tribe on hard difficulty, but we can't buy any additional babies for the entire stage. We need to conquer all 5 tribes with only our 3 starting members, and we aren't going to allow any of them to die as well. There's a new strategy that completely destroys Tribal Stage, and allows us to fairly easily and reliably defeat all the other tribes, even with our very limited number of tribe members. After completing a challenge like this, I declare Tribal Stage has been solved. There is no reason to ever fear Tribal Stage anymore. For speedrun purposes today, I'm using the most powerful tribe members I could make to help destroy these poor rival tribes even faster. I'm talking maximum speed, maximum health, and maximum tribal combat gear. But maximum tribal gear isn't necessary for any of the strategies shown here today. And for casual playthroughs just looking to pass Tribal Stage using a full tribe, but with less decked out creatures, these strategies should still make Tribal Stage a breeze. What's more important is our choice of weapon tools. I prefer the stone axes or the flaming torches over the throwing spears. Stone axes are better at dealing health damage to other members, so they're the easiest and safest choice. But I also want to show using the flaming torches, while not as fast as dealing health damage, is still a viable choice. It might even work better for our strategy today. The tribal tools we start with are based on our creature's diet, regardless of starting Tribal Stage from the main menu, or our history from Cell Stage and Creature Stage. And with only our 3 tribe members, and not needing to worry about buying babies, we got enough food to buy the flaming torches before the first tribe even spawns in. There's the first tribe, and even on hard difficulty, they also only start with 3 tribe members. So the earlier we can attack the better, since they'll be adding babies quickly. I'm pretty confident my 3 members can defeat this first tribe with a direct attack right away. But for casual runs, if we took a bit longer to fill our tribe, so now the rival tribe also has 6 members, this first tribe doesn't have any weapon tools, so they should be able to be defeated with a direct attack. I like to start out attacking their chieftain, as they usually do the most damage, and keep an eye out for new babies coming out of the main hut, and send one of our members to deal with them. And just like that, they're all eliminated, and we can move on to destroy Pink Tribe's main hut. But don't worry, this head-on assault is not the grand strategy that solves Tribal Stage. Direct attack should be fine for this first 6-member tribe, but if you're having difficulty with it, then the main strategy we'll be showing next can also apply to this tribe as well. And if this video feels a bit familiar, we have previously beaten Tribal Stage by destroying the other tribes without any deaths before. But last time we did it with a full tribe, used the firework ability, and had an epic do most of the work. However, huge thanks to Daniel Grizzlus, who expanded on this previous challenge and did it without any extra members, and first figured out the grand strategy we'll be using here. So this run only has 3 members, no abilities, and no relying on epics to do our dirty work. And after about a minute, Pink Tribe's main hut is destroyed, and that's 1 out of 5 rival tribes defeated. And even after a tribe's been destroyed, we can still collect the food from their food pile. This is some super convenient food to steal to further kick Pink while they're down. As if destroying their tribe wasn't enough, we have to take their food too. Now we're going to send our other tribe members to gather some food, but we're on a bit of a timer now. On hard difficulty, the angry tribes will attack us in 2 minutes, so we have to move quickly. We didn't keep any food stockpiles at home, so we have to gather everything during this time. To make this part safer, we could have pre-collected some food before attacking Pink, but I also wanted to show we have plenty of time to gather and gift the other tribes before they come to attack us. For gifting, we want to make sure to gift another tribe member directly, and not the food pile. Gifting the food pile will only temporarily raise our relationship with another tribe, but they will eventually attack us again. However, gifting another member directly keeps them ambivalent, and they won't lower their relationship. Interestingly, it is not possible to gift another tribe member directly on the earliest version of Spore, so Maxes must have added it later, and possibly forgot to add in the relationship decay timer. But this works out well for us. So we'll have just the chieftain go around gifting the other tribes, as the other 2 members keep collecting food for the chieftain to magically teleport into a gift basket. And Lavender tribe did get pretty close to attacking. They did send the raiding party, but we still got to their tribe to deliver the gift in time before they could do any damage, so we're completely safe. The raiding party is still coming over to our tribe even after gifting. But don't worry, once they arrive, they'll get the radio message that it's all good and head back home. And we can see Cyan accepting the gift in the background as well. And all the tribes are stabilized. No more attacks and nothing to worry about until the last tribe spawns later. And now it's time to completely clown on these tribes and show why Tribal Stage is actually just a big joke and not to be feared at all. Orange Tribe is going to be our first victim of the ultimate cheese strat that's completely fair and not an exploit whatsoever. First, we need to do something to piss off Orange Tribe and make them want to attack us again. What I like to do first is have the chieftain pretend to socialize with the other tribe. We only need the chieftain to start the performance. We don't actually need any other band members present. This will make for the worst performance in history, but this isn't what pisses them off. Performing will lock in the other tribe members and prevent them from retaliating as our other members steal from Orange Tribe. This will make them mad, but allow our other members to escape. This is where speed on our creature is important for our chieftain to also escape, since they can attack the chieftain once they're released from their performance. But if we don't care about deaths and respawns, we can have the other 8 members ready to go and the chieftain can be sacrificed. They'll respawn for free anyway. Waiting for Orange to now retaliate and attack us, and we can take out any stragglers that might be gathering on their own. This part's optional, but it can make the ultimate strategy even easier. And there they go. 6 Orange members heading straight towards our tribe. See ya. Thanks for leaving your tribe wide open for us. All that remains at Orange Tribe is now just their chieftain to defend their entire tribe. But we don't want to attack yet. We want to allow Orange Tribe to make their way all the way to our tribe. And thankfully Orange Tribe is really far away from our tribe, which will help demonstrate this even better. And here they come, all the way to our tribe. But don't worry, they made this trip entirely for nothing. As soon as they arrive, we can now attack their chieftain for a 3-on-1. As soon as we attack, the raiders get the radio call to come back and help defend their tribe. And now they have to walk all the way back, as we get some free, unimpeded damage on their main hut. This so far was the general strategy last time when we had the full tribe. And with all 9 tribe members, we could take out the tribe before they even returned. Or we could use the fireworks to distract the returning raiders for a little bit longer to finish them off. However, with only 3 members, we can't destroy the main hut in time before they return, and we have no fireworks either. So what are we going to do about the 6 angry tribe members returning? We're just going to leave and stand here and do nothing. The raiders will come back and wave their axes angrily, but they're still stuck in raider mode, and will eventually head back to our tribe to attack again. And there they go. They leave without even fixing their main hut, leaving their tribe completely open again. Now we can just stand here, right next to their main hut, waiting for them to go as far away as possible, and attack their main hut again, which pulls them back while we damage their main hut again for free. Eventually their chieftain does respawn, but once again with a 3-on-1, they are easily dispatched. And since there are still Orange members alive, they won't get their 2 free reinforcement members. That only happens when their tribe has no members left alive. So allowing their 6 raiders to continuously walk back and forth between their tribe and our tribe, we only have to fight just the chieftain alone a couple of times and take out their main hut. And after a couple of back and forths, we destroyed Orange Tribe. While attacking some of the other tribes, with only 3 members, sometimes their health did get a bit low, needing to fight their chieftain a couple of times. But if we had a full 9-member tribe, this shouldn't be a concern. But if we were getting worryingly low on health, we can gather or steal their food to restore our health, while waiting for the raiders to arrive back home. While attacking Cyan, one of our members was getting a bit low on health, but stealing from the tribe is an instant full health restore, and they are back in tip-top shape, ready to keep attacking the main hut. Cyan was the most difficult tribe during this run, since they are pretty close to our tribe and could walk pretty fast, so Cyan took the most back and forths, which caused us to fight more respawning chieftains than with Orange Tribe. But this back and forth strategy worked to defeat Orange, Lavender, and now Cyan tribes. And finally, the last 12-member Yellow tribe spawned in, and we're going to make them angry and attack us as well. And we got pretty lucky with Yellow tribe, they only have level 1 speed. We're only fighting the default Maxis creations for this speedrun. But another thing we can do to make Tribal Stage even easier is if our Spore PD is pretty clear and not full of hundreds of other creations, we can make a custom creature, like say a Pitiful Worm for example, and Spore will use this creature during Tribal Stage instead of a Maxis creation, since Spore really likes to prioritize using custom creations over the default ones. These poor worms wouldn't stand a chance. But ironically, this back and forth strategy works better on higher difficulties. On hard difficulty, to make the raids harder, the rival tribes will send the majority of their tribe in the raiding party. And Yellow sent 9 out of 12 members in the raid, leaving just the chieftain and a couple of gatherers behind at the tribe, which is much easier for us to deal with. However, on easy and normal difficulties, they don't send as many raiders, leaving more members back home to defend the tribe. On easy, this 12-member tribe only sends 6 members in a raiding party, and on normal difficulty, they only send 7 members at a time. So we'd have to fight through more members back at their tribe, but it should hopefully be easier to fight them on lower difficulties. But hard difficulty makes this back and forth strategy work even better. But getting through 1000 health for the main hut with only our 3 members still takes a while, which is why I like using the flaming torches since they do more damage on buildings over stone axes. And we aren't really fighting a lot of tribe members for this run anyway. but using the stone axes are still good as a safer option to take out their chieftains and any gatherers not included in the raiding party. And after a while, we made our way through Yellow's main hut, not only defeating Yellow Tribe, but I'd say all of Tribal Stage at this point, since that's Tribal Stage beaten on hard difficulty, destroying all tribes with no deaths, no babies, and no chieftain abilities in under an hour. I'd say that's worthy of a tribal celebration. This was a really fun challenge, and really cool to see one of Spore's most infamously difficult stages being practically solved. And let me know how else you'd like me to clown on Tribal Stage in the future. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Kingly Valence, and I'll see you next time.